Is Hermès the new trendy it girl in luxury fashion? I don't know, but their latest collections, including the release of this bag, tells me that maybe they are entertaining the possibility of appealing to a more youthful set of clients who are interested in following fashion trends as opposed to subscribing to Hermès's quintessential classic timeless quiet style. The bag I'm talking about is this absolutely adorable piece that was released as a part of your fall winter 2025 collection that they've named Le Petit Sac, which translates from French to English as the little bag. It's the simple, sleek, sophisticated bag that's definitely inspired by the 90s minimalism. It's a perfectly curved shoulder bag with perfect stitching. It's void of logos, but if you know Hermès, you would be able to recognize each detail that is used as the connection between the strap and the bag itself. The bag is a little bit under 8 inches on the horizontal and a little under 5 on the vertical. It has a zipper closure, and this is where I can definitely tell this bag is set apart, because putting a zipper closure on a small bag like this tends to add a little bit more bulk and in a lot of ways distort the shape of this type of bag. But Hermès, of course, they are perfect in almost everything they do when it comes to construction of their pieces, and they've done this absolutely well, because even though the zipper closure is here, which tends to throw off a very sophisticated look on a bag like this, they've created this kind of faux additional closure that hides the zipper closure of the bag, so it looks so much more seamless in its structure. In the model photos as well as on the runway, it looks like the perfect fit over the shoulder. They found a way to create novelty out of a style that's somewhat trendy right now, and because they are definitely one of the top tier luxury brands of the moment, they will be attracting a new type of audience who wants to be trendy, who wants to be the cool girls like a Paloma Wool girls. They're looking forward to this type of style, but they definitely would want to purchase into a brand like Hermès, because who does not want to have Hermès in their collection? Currently, the Le Petit Sac comes in a few colors. My favorite of them is the new blue jean. In terms of the leathers that they're offered in currently, I think majority are in goat skin, but there is also one that I believe might be a box leather that is just gorgeous. As with all Hermès leather accessories, I do anticipate there will be limitations on the accessibility to these beautiful bags. But as usual, not to worry, the Fashion Finders is here to save you, because there will always be alternatives to the best of fashion. And as the universe often aligns, I have been collecting screenshots and pictures of a few bags that are almost exact in vibe to this Le Petit Sac by Hermès. So this is the perfect time to offload my screenshots and show you some of the alternatives to this gorgeous piece. First one that immediately came to my mind was this Monsieur Gabriel Gaia bag. Their description of this bag is a bag for the essentials. It's a slim, sleek, tucked under the shoulder carry, which sounds familiar. Yes, it is very much Le Petit Sac. An inch taller and an inch longer than the Hermès Le Petit Sac, and has a longer shoulder strap drop length, so it's definitely more accommodating than the Hermès bag. Like the Hermès Le Petit Sac, it also has a zipper closure, but the zipper closure here is much more obvious. It's not hidden like the Hermès bag. From what I can see, it almost always is made of the gorgeous Italian spazillato leather, but there are multiple variations in terms of colors that are available. So the bag has contrasting exterior and interiors. Majority of them, the exterior is one color and the interior is another color. There are a few special editions that I've noticed that have contrasting exteriors, which is definitely for those who aren't necessarily interested in the classic functional look, but you're willing to spruce up your collection by having these variations in it. But as for me, I will always love a good classic black exterior and a gorgeous red interior. This is my favorite version. I love to see it when I go to Saks. I remember bonding over it with one of the store associates at Saks Fifth Avenue, and I was really considering purchasing it because it is very much accessible by price point. But now I don't know. Maybe I should set my sights on Le Petit Sac by Hermès. But let me know in the comments if you have this bag by Monsieur Gabriel and if you are enjoying it. When I saw that the Le Petit Sac was released, my immediate thought was, which other high-end luxury fashion house has a bag that could very much rival this bag? Because promise you, this is going to be the most coveted bag right now. But which other brand could go toe to toe, head to head with Hermes on this one? Immediately thought, who else is having a moment right now within this realm, within the aesthetic? And obviously, it is the Row. And you know, I'm a big fan of the Row. My Row girlies stand up. Surprisingly, there isn't a single bag that they're offering currently that looks similar to this, but I dug and I dug and I dug, and their EW Izzy bag is the closest I could find. I think it's somewhat similar. It is both slim, sleek. The side profile is impeccable, okay? But obviously this is more of a longer shoulder strap. It's like a crossbody bag basically. The strap is not adjustable, but it's a slim, sleek, sophisticated perfection, just as the Hermès Le Petit Sac. Moving on to a brand that I love with a bag that I love that I think is one of the best entry-level offerings of this moment. It's the HERMÈS Le Petit bag. This is an absolute stunner of a bag, and it's a Soho fashionista's favorite. So because it was designed and released before the Hermès Le Petit Sac, I want to say that Hermès took some inspiration maybe from HERMÈS on this one, but the fellow French luxury fashion house definitely hit the nail on the head with this gorgeous bag that they have been releasing in so many different iterations over the last few years. This is another simple, sleek, slim perfection. It is classically French fashion coded. It's just gorgeous. I love the croc embossed versions of this bag. I think it's so much more sophisticated, but there's nothing like a shiny, smooth patent leather perfection. But of course, if you want to be more versatile, you want to play around, you don't get scared of anything, you could do a bright red pony here like this one. The pearl version of this bag is available. There's a version available with chains, as well as just your plain, regular, trusted leather strap. This is a very cute bag. I think this is also a very trendy bag, a very youthful bag in its appearance. So it's definitely up there in terms of a great alternative to the Hermès Le Petit Sac bag. Some might call it a classic bag, but it's the Saint Laurent Sancassette bag. In the mini version, it's definitely within the same wheelhouse of style that Hermès has now set itself in with their Le Petit Sac. Inspiration around this bag by Saint Laurent was from a French movie called Cleo, and it's really about that 5 to 7 p.m. period, that happy hour, those hours of socializing with friends or even going on dates. During that period of time, that is when you're supposed to be walking around with this Sancassette bag. So their initial release was in a version or a size that I would consider to be more of a medium or a small, that is much more functional. That's the one you'll more likely see a lot of people wearing. That's what people thought were the trendy bags that are out of style, but their mini version is definitely not out of style. This is definitely a classic looking bag. It's a perfect bag for those who just want that little bag that you could just grab and go take with you, definitely to happy hour, to socialize with friends. I would say even to brunch, or if you just want a cute little bag for anything, this is perfect. The only really outstanding difference here, I think, in terms of this versus the other bags that I've mentioned, is that it has the YSL logo on it. So if you're not really into a more audacious, loud kind of luxury, you might definitely not like this bag. But if you're okay with it, if you're a YSL Saint Laurent fan like myself, this is perfectly fine. And this is kind of along their lines of quiet luxury anyway. Jil Sander is another luxury fashion house that has a long track record of creating intellectually considered luxury pieces that go way deeper than minimalism. And their curved wallet with this detachable, adjustable leather strap, definitely also within the same wheelhouse as Le Petit Sac. I think it's a little bit more casual, a little bit less feminine than Le Petit Sac, but it definitely still also has that simple, slim, sophisticated, sleek look. This is modern luxury and functionality in its purest form. There's not a lot of bells and whistles to this, but it evokes that cool girl, understated vibe that I think the Le Petit Sac is also trying to evoke. This one you might not even have heard of because there is so much yet almost nothing going on with this brand right now that I don't think anyone is really paying them much attention. The Louis Vuitton Bloom Pochette is a bag I think could play in this game. This is one of their latest releases of day to night, and it's a little bit more loud luxury simply because of the charm on the bag. I'm not 100% sure if the charm itself can be removed because it's a part of the zipper, but the bag itself is simple, it is elegant, but it is also very much functional. A functional little bag, if you will. My favorite thing about these bags are the colors that they're offered in. This sweet lavender. Just the name is so beautiful, but I love me a good, deep, rich burgundy. You can never go wrong with a black with some gold hardware. And of course, for those who love neutrals, they also have it in sand. If you're a Louis Vuitton lover and you made a recent handbag purchase from them, comment below and let me know exactly what you got, because honestly, I haven't really heard a lot of people talking about Louis Vuitton lately. Let me know what you think about Le Petit Sac by Hermès. Will you be putting this one on your wish list? Would you be begging and groveling and pleading with your sales associate to ensure that you have this bag in your collection? Until my next video, stay fashionably well and in good health.